15,000, right, we're getting there. Come on everybody, come join. $22,000, that's a good place to start, I suppose. Hello everyone. Welcome to another live. How's everyone doing? Yes, wish you were here. Good, well listened. So, today was a huge day. What a morning. To having spent so long creating the album, but also and knowing the songs for a long time. Having written a lot of songs and made the album. Obviously you don't know how many tracks are on it yet, but you're soon to find out, I'd imagine. So to have made the album over a long period of time, literally, let me explain how the album was made. So basically we were in lockdown, and then I kind of was a bit like saddened obviously by the fact that we were going into lockdown, by what was going on in the world. Then it was like the fact that the tour got cancelled. The album came out at a strange time, albeit going #1 in UK and Ireland, which was a nice little boost, but the fact that I couldn't tour it or promo it or anything like that was kind of a bit whatever. And then everyone was being real creative online at the start of the lockdown. I was kind of like, nah, I'm alright. I'd rather just take my situation for what it is and kind of get involved with the things that everyone else was doing when they were at home, working out, chilling. And then one day I sat down, I played these 3 chords. And then I started writing a song, and I just kept going. And then it was kind of at a period where we could meet up, kind of probably early 2021 or something like that, I think. And I was just like, right, it's time to, that one was decent, let's go and finish it. So I went in with Jamie Scott, and Jamie helped me write the bridge and a bit of chorus and stuff like that. And it was a really cool moment, because we were like, right, this is where it starts. This is how an album is meant to start. So most of the time you spend ages going, and you're like coming up with all these melodies and nothing ever comes of it. So to start on a good note, I was like, well, this must mean this is how we start the record. Then I sent that song to Joel Little, and I just loved Joel's work on the Lord stuff, the Lover album with Taylor and things like that. And I was like, right, let's see what happens here, but I have a good feeling this fella's going to smash it. And we spoke about like how we would like it produced and blah blah, and then he sent me one pass back. I was like, right, we've got one of our producers, this guy's sick. And then John Ryan, of course, Julian Bonetta, Jamie Scott, Tobias Jesso Jr., Mike Needle, Dan Breyer, Amy Allen, Shane McAnally. It was kind of about 6 or 7 of us basically that kind of worked on the record. and like across the last 18 months, kind of keep the team small. Not if it's not broke, don't fix it type thing, and then obviously bringing in the new blood the new blood of Joel was really important to the record. An absolute legend of a guy. Issue was he was stuck in New Zealand. New Zealand was the last country basically in the world, as you know, effectively, to release their restrictions, relieve their restrictions, and then kind of it was about trying to get him to LA whenever we could. So he spends a lot of his time in LA and back and forth, but has kids, and it was a really weird time. So he would come here for a couple of weeks. I'd fly here from London. John and I would get in a room. We'd work on some stuff, write some stuff, work on old bits that I'd written at home during lockdown, etc., etc. And then it was weird because he would come here for 2 weeks and then he would go back to New Zealand and quarantine for 2 weeks. So like a 2-week trip became a month thing. And then we just it was just really cool. It was a really cool process. We just kind of would write a lot of songs, but if we found something good, then we'd stick to that line for a bit, and write songs of a similar nature. And I guess that's how similar vibe, similar tempo, and I guess that's how you end up making an album. I obviously love writing the ballads myself, so I like that part. And then it was just about gathering songs and getting to a point where we felt like we were in a good spot. And what you'll notice on this album is there's a lot of BVs. I did a lot of stacks of harmonies over days and days and days on each song, getting the right thing and making them part of the production, which was pretty cool. So I did that, and then we got to the place where I'd say start of last year we brought in Ben Chappelle, who's a creative director, and I always felt like I wanted to kind of nail the creative and how it looks, and does it match up to the music, and is it me, and all that kind of thing. And then sitting down with Ben, we've been working on colour schemes and different types of photography and you name it, what I wanted to call the album. Sorry, let me put these on blind. What I wanted to call the album, how I wanted the cover to look, etc. And we've been doing that for probably before the album was finished. We had that kind of thing, which was pretty cool. And then it was just about handing the label the record. They've been so good. They love, they've been really supportive. Getting everyone on the same page when we're going to release, things like that, festivals, etc. And then it's up to everyone to get the plan together and release, and we're finally here. So we've got a single coming out this Friday, In Heaven, which I can't wait. And then announcing the album today. Well, I wanted to do that, get it out there before Heaven comes out, let you know that you've got something coming. I'm really excited about it. I feel like this is definitely the best music I've made as a group of songs. I really hope you enjoy Heaven, because I absolutely adore it. It's just a great setup and a great song. I'm really, really proud of it. It was written at 1 a.m. in Joshua Tree in an Airbnb. And if you can feel the Joshua Tree in it, I think it has that kind of, and I don't want to say it's an anthem, but it's got an anthemic feel to it, and I'm really happy with it. I can't wait for you to hear the rest of the record. I feel like Heaven sets everything up nicely, and I really hope you enjoy it. And then this arrived the other day, and it got me very excited, which I showed you on the TikTok. Take your pictures. Take your pictures. And this is the cover. And I've been basically planning that cover for a year, I'd say. And shot it all recently and stuff like that, which was pretty cool. And getting everything ready, and the people at the label have been brilliant, organising everything, all the marketing, the D2C store, all that kind of stuff is it's just really cool. and very organically done and feels like me. And yeah, I'm just really proud of it, and I can't wait to start this era. Would you say it started already? Would you say that this is it starting? I'd say today was a good start. We start today. We do Corden tomorrow. The song comes out. We do all the radio bits, and then it gets going, and then go and pre-save Heaven for the last 48 hours, and then hopefully you'll pre-save the album, and it's exciting. It's just good to be back. That's my phrase I keep using is this. It's good to be back, because it is. I've missed all of you. We can do so much social stuff without just getting in front of you. So it's going to be good to walk into TV studios, and it has been, even at The Voice, like feeling the buzz around the place about the new single and stuff like that has been really cool. We're just getting around the place, seeing people going to radio stations, doing the TV shows, doing all that kind of stuff that I've missed. Like the last, apart from with Anne Marie, the last TV performance I did was on Corden. So here we are, was that March 2020, and we're nearly in March 2023, and I'm about to do that same show, which is great. I'm excited to see James and all the crew and Ben. Yeah, so here's to an unbelievable couple of years in this world, and we'll see where we go. But thanks for the support as always. It never goes unseen, and it's huge for me to have that feeling that you have my back and stuff like that. But I feel like we've got a good song on our hands this time, and your support will be paramount here. So yeah, go in the store, have a look, get your CD, get your merch, get your vinyl, get all your packages, pre-order Heaven, pre-order the album, and let's go, because it's going to be one hell of a ride, my people. We're going to have a lot of fun. There's obviously some sad songs in there, as always, you know me, but for the most part it's fun, and it feels like it's me. The album feels like me. I think that's the most important. All of my favourite types of music, the hard work that I've put in. I've never worked harder on a record, there's no doubt. Between the travel, the amount of times I flew to LA from London. I've got more air miles than most people now. Just from doing that flight every few weeks to get this album done, and then it was about putting the plan together, and here we are. So I can't wait to see you all. I don't know when it'll be, all the different promo trips and festivals. Obviously we start that in May, but keep an eye out for me on The Voice first of all, and then watch Corden tomorrow night, and get used to the faces, I always say. Get used to it. It's going to be a good time. How many songs did I write? I must take a few questions before I go. Do you think you'll be at the 24 Grammys? If I'm invited, if I'm nominated, I would love to. It's a dream. Kelly Clarkson, yes, I'm going on Kelly Clarkson next week. I think we're shooting it today or tomorrow. So that should be great. Can I drop any song names? No song names. No song names, but I'm sure you'll see them soon. They're not even written on the back of this. There's a back cover, but there's nothing on the back. There's no song titles on it. They won't even send it to me. Keep it on the low. Will Heaven have a music video? It might. I know. Of course it's got a music video. But I'll let you know when. Is it more like Heartbreak Weather or Flicker? I'd say it's a good combination of both. It feels more like Flicker, a progressive Flicker. But it's got its Heartbreak Weatherness to it too. It's just been a nice slow gradient that I've started to go over the last 5 or 6 years, 6 years, 6 or 7 years, 6 years. So it feels like the album that a 29-year-old would release, put it that way. And June 9th is the day, the show. Record your screens now. I'm Niall Horan and this is a public service announcement. This is my new album, The Show. It's out on June 9th and you can pre-order it now. You don't want to miss it. And if you do, I'll never speak to you again. June 9th, never forget. Don't forget Heaven on Friday. You be ready on Thursday night when the stores flip over and it's ready to go. It's a new week. Let's try and do some crazy things. I've been away for so long. I want to just make a big splash and I know you'll help me with it. You beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. And how many tracks are there? Can't tell you. The inspiration behind the album name is basically life is kind of like a little bit of a show, and there's ups and downs, things you control, things you can control, things you can't control. It meanders, it goes up and down, ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys. But I've got a good feeling that you're gonna like it. It helps that I make albums for you guys too, you know, like I get a feeling from what I've done previously, what you liked, what you didn't like. And I want to feed that to you, you know. I don't want to ever just do things that I think are really cool, you know, just for the sake of it, and then losing all of you guys, you know. You've been the big support, so why would I try and deter you? I love the music that I've made. I'm really proud of it. It is cool in my eyes, and I just can't wait for you to get your ears on it. But before then, before the show begins, Heaven must come first. So here we are, 48 hours or less from Heaven. Less than 48 hours. Where are we now? Don't even know what day it is. Yeah, so we're on Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever you want to call it. Heaven is released, and God, have I waited for this. I know you have. You've been more patient than I'd even imagined, but I can always count on you. And I'm just excited to be back. I've done this for a very long time, but I haven't been this excited to get going again because I've never had this amount of time out of the biz. So let's make a splash, people. I love you very much. Thanks for tuning in for what was 20 minutes. And I'm sure I'll see you again. You know me, I'll pop up. Stream Heaven Friday, pre-save it now, pre-order, pre-save the album, The Show. And yeah, I'll be back soon. I love you very much. You're my favourite people. God only knows where this could go, and even if our love starts to grow, sing it. And you and me grow go. Heaven won't be the same. Get ready, peoples. It's about to happen. Let the show